So one of the dreaded things when considering fillers is, can I go blind? There have been very, very rare cases of when filler being injected into an artery has caused blindness. Now, one of the common myths is that if I have my tear trough done, because it's so closely related to the eye, that's going to cause blindness. That's not actually true. It's actually much, much less likely to cause blindness because there's no direct connection to the ophthalmic artery or the central retinal artery. So the ones that you want to really be more cautious of is the supratrochlear artery and the supraorbital artery across here and the line across here. Those have a direct pathway to that retinal artery. And so when we inject in this area, obviously I've been doing this for over almost a decade now and over 10,000 faces, I'm able to mitigate and reduce the likelihood of an impending disaster because of several factors, including technique, mapping out where the artery is with our latest technology with vein finders, and also how much volume you're putting in and the pace of injection. If it's too much pressure, it could retrograde, and that's when the issue is. So not rushing it, making sure you're on the periosteum, making sure you're aspirating, and then if there is an issue, you can actually see the blanching and that you blocked an artery and you can dissolve it immediately. If you're not an experienced injector, I would not recommend this, and at my academies I don't teach this. You have to have been injected for a long time before I'm ever going to consider teaching someone how to do these injections. The next most dangerous area for blindness is the nose, so especially the dorsal or the tip of the nose. The dorsal nasal artery connects to the ophthalmic and angular artery. So again, that's another direct route to that retinal artery. And so to be avoided, if you're not experienced, I injected for 3 years prior to learning how to do nose filler. When I did learn it, the technique that we use is small micro boluses. So there's not enough pressure for it to retrograde back. And again, you take all the precautions, you know how to mitigate and deal with risk if anything does happen. But you know, one artery that gets really overlooked that is so dangerous to do, and they teach this in basic classes, is angular artery. Like, this artery is connected to so many other arteries, the lateral labial artery, the facial artery, the dorsal nasal artery. This is one of the most common ones that you really need to master. Don't do retrograde injections, do boluses. That will help to give you a more effective aspirate and help to ensure that you're not in an artery. And if you are, it's not a false aspirate where you've gone through it, you've aspirated, but then you're still injecting retrograde and you've gone back into the artery, if you know what I mean. Lastly, the tear trough, it's the most statistically less likelihood of causing blindness. Even though people think if I do my tear trough it could cause blindness, no, it's the less likelihood because there's no direct pathway to that ophthalmic artery. Everything we do carries risk. If I drink too much water, I could mess up my electrolytes, I could drown my lungs. That doesn't mean you don't drink water. What it means is go to someone where they reduce the risk, where they're experienced, choose the right injector, make sure they have experience, make sure they actually care, and make sure that you do your homework and research. Getting these procedures can be a wonderful thing and extremely life-changing, but make sure you're doing it safely. Come and visit us at Deep Aesthetics and we'll give you a detailed consultation free of charge, help you in a safe way. And make sure you follow and like, please, for more information and some great transformations. I'm Deep from Deep Aesthetics. Thank you.